To turn any section of your email into a reusable block in Brevo, log into your account, then click Marketing in the left sidebar and choose Templates. Open any existing template or create a new one. Jump into the drag and drop editor, build the section exactly how you want it, header, footer, promotional banner, a full CTA stack. Then drag a selection box around all the blocks you want to group together, or select them with Control-click and hit Save and Quit. Brevo stores that as a saved block you can drop into any future campaign in seconds. That's the entire workflow. But making a block that's actually reliable, mobile-proof and easy to manage over time takes a few extra habits. So let me walk through the full process and I'll share the exact settings I tweak every time, plus the gotchas that bit me when I first started building a reusable library. First, make sure you're logged into the right Brevo account, especially if you manage multiple clients or separate sub-accounts. The saved blocks live inside your specific account's content library, and there's no cross-account sharing unless you export and re-import templates manually. Once you're on the dashboard, go to Marketing Templates. That page lists every email template you've ever saved. I always keep a dedicated master template that acts as a sandbox for building new reusable sections. I name it something like _sandbox brand kit, so it sits at the top. You don't have to do that, but it prevents you from accidentally messing up a live campaign template while you're experimenting. Next, click Create Template and pick Email Template. Give it a descriptive name right away. Don't leave it as untitled or you'll end up with a graveyard of nameless drafts. I name mine after the block category, so Promo Banner Dark, Footer Legal 2025, or KTA 2 buttons. That'll save you so much hunting later when your library grows past 20 blocks. After naming, choose Add Content and select Create from Scratch. That gives you a completely blank canvas. The drag and drop editor loads with a structure panel on the left. Now, here's the single best habit I've built. Before I add any content, I plan the width and alignment. Brevo's editor uses a 600 pixel maximum content area by default, and if you create a block that's wider or uses custom CSS that breaks that container, it will look perfect in the editor but blow out on Gmail. So I always set the template's background width to 600px if I'm building something for a standard newsletter. Now add the content blocks you want to reuse. Let's say you need a branded footer with your logo, contact info, social icons, and legal text. Instead of dragging 4 separate blocks onto the canvas, start by dragging a 1-column structure block first. That's your container. Then drop a logo image inside, a text block for the address, a social icons widget, and another text block for the unsubscribe note. Customize each one. Set your brand colors, font sizes, line heights, and padding. The critical move comes next. If you just select all those inner blocks and hit Save and Quit, Brevo might save them as a collection of individual blocks, not one cohesive unit. I learned that the hard way when I rebuilt a footer 3 times because the spacing kept collapsing. Select the outer container block, the one that wraps everything, by clicking its border until the blue outline covers the whole group. Then click Save and Quit. That forces Brevo to treat the entire section as a single reusable chunk, preserving spacing and mobile stacking behavior. I'll say it again, always wrap multi-element sections in a structure block before saving. It's the difference between a design that stays intact and one that emails support agents later. When you click Save and Quit, Brevo prompts you to give the block a name. Use that naming convention I mentioned earlier, something descriptive that includes the function and maybe the date, like header logo center Q2. It's also a good idea to add a quick internal note in the template description about which blocks are inside it. But Brevo doesn't have a separate notes field for saved blocks, so I keep a simple Notion page listing each block's name, its thumbnail, and where it's used. You'll thank yourself in 6 months. Now that the block is saved, you'll find it in the Content Blocks panel under the Saved tab anytime you open any drag and drop editor. Just drag it in and it appears with all styling intact. That's the huge time saver. No more copy-pasting styles, no accidental font mismatches, and your footer always carries the correct legal disclaimers, but don't assume the block is perfect. I always do a quick mobile preview before calling it done, because Brevo's editor doesn't always show how images scale inside a saved block on mobile. Tap the mobile preview icon, set the width to 320 pixels, and check that everything stays inside the screen and that text doesn't become microscopic. If an image overflows, go back and set its max width to 100% inside the block properties. Also test any links and dynamic personalization tags. Something as small as a placeholder can break if the block is inserted into a template that doesn't have that merge field, but the block itself won't warn you. One more pitfall: reusable blocks are not linked to a master version.